Hey, hey, my lovelies, how's your day going? This is part 3 of Lela's container garden. Come along, help me get this going. But first, our scripture for this video is Job 19:25. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. Okay, so let's get into this. As you see, my kale's not doing too good. The lettuce and the spinach was coming up kind of okay. You know, it had a good start, but the kale I'm replanting, putting more seeds in. Maybe it's because we didn't get the name yet. We need to name this kale, guys. Or it could be that I paid $4 for $1 at the Dollar General for it. I think that's where I got it. And they're just not really great seeds. I don't know. We're going to find out. It's going to be disappointing if I don't have any kale this season. That's a thumbs down for sure. Give me back my quarter. Tell me, guys, have you had any luck out of the cheap seeds like $4 for $1? This is my little science experiment. We'll see how that goes. Up next in this bucket is a failed grapevine that I put in. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to show you my failures and my successes in gardening because, like I said, it's a learning process. But I'm taking that out, and I actually messed with it a little bit and put it in some water to see if maybe I can get it rooting. And we'll see how that goes. But in the meanwhile, I'm going to plant this blackberry bush in this bucket, and with hopes that it does well, and I'll transplant that onto my land. And yes, I'm out there in my mama bear house slippers in the garden. It is what it is. Here are a few of the grapevines that didn't make it, and I've got them in the water. I'm just going to try and see if I soak them and get them rooting. I've started laying out my plants to figure out which planters I'm going to put them in. And the black planters you see, I actually have some DIY videos coming on how to build those, so look forward to that content. But for today, let's stay with the planting. Let's get our plants in the dirt. And as usual, I seem to be running around in circles. This is a basil that I planted that didn't do crazy good, so I bought another one to plant with it. Co-plant, hopefully that'll help. And I'm still at the one-handed planting technique because I don't have the filming overhead or that technique down yet. We'll get there, guys. Alright guys, this is Sage, and her name is Sally Fields, and we're getting her in this really nice green pot. Up next on deck is our zucchini squash. It's the green kind. It came with 2 plants growing, so I'm trying to separate the roots out, and hopefully both will make it. And I'll end up with 2 good, healthy zucchini plants. And here it is planted. The little one is a little bit puny, and the other's doing great. Next, we're planting the yellow straight-neck squash. So I gently separate the roots and make 2 plants, separate the plants for that also. This actually is going to be a small container garden. I just have 1 or 2 of things. I really don't have the space to have much more than that, but I'm thankful, very thankful that I have what I do have. Up next, I have a cucumber plant, and I'm really hoping, it's got 2 in there also, but I think I ended up planting just both of those in one pot together. And here is my bucket that I've turned into a composting bucket, and I've got a bunch of holes drilled in all around the sides, and I just start layer caking it in like you saw me do in video 1 when I was explaining how I'm learning to compost, and what I've read so far, you just put your table scraps, you put just old natural, like organic type of things like leaves and sticks and things that didn't have any kind of chemicals or or anything, something that was growing is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to layer that, and I actually will even put soil, like if I have soil from a garden pot and I'm trying to recharge it, or even soil from the ground. If I dug it up somewhere, I would not be opposed to putting that in there as long as I knew it didn't have pesticides in there. And I'm going to layer some leaves and some dirt. Also, I'll be adding water into it because if it was out in this where it would get rain, I wouldn't worry about this so much. But because it's in the bucket, it's going to be covered. You know, I'm going to be adding layers to it as I have more kitchen scraps. And then I'll layer it with soil and with leaves and whatever I find, sticks, and more water. And I'll roll it around and just do whatever to create new, healthy, nutritious soil for my plants. It's a way of feeding the plants. Another thing that I add is coffee grounds, and I'll add dried eggshells, and I'll add magnesium, Epsom salt. I add that in there. All of those things are good for the soil. And this is how I do it. I'll go out there and I'll roll it around and give it a kind of a stir, so to speak, and get it moving around, and then I'll put it to the side and let it sit. It's magic. It creates new soil. That's just, if you think about it, that's how the Lord created it. If you think about out in the forest, how the leaves fall, and the cycle of the year, and if you ever dig down under there and look how black and beautiful and healthy that soil is from years of just the way creation is, and it's just a way to riff off of what the Lord has done for us. And I keep feeling, and that's what it kind of looks like, and I just keep going with it. It's a journey. I'm learning a lot, and I have a lot to learn. I appreciate you guys for being here and coming along with me. Thanks for watching. Lela out.